Hey, this is Gary Neal. I'm the CEO of Pride and Egos. Pride and Egos is a brand, clothing company, do a lot of different stuff. Stands for people representing individuality, diversity, equality, and everyone's got our own stories. We're doing a show on Fox. So it's going to be Fox in Corpus Christi. 2026 has been a great year already. Just the start of a lot of amazing stuff. We kicked off the year with a fashion show, Christian hip hop fashion show. Great music, great message. We was in the Bahamas and met a lot of great people. So that's what kicked off the year. And then after that, a week after I got back, we found out about the show. So we're putting all that stuff together. And another thing that we're doing is we're doing a 15-minute short so we can actually introduce the main character to the full-length movie, 3.14. It's kind of a little bit of play off of some of the books that I've done. Um, And basically, what it comes down to is kind of chaos theory in a sense where things you'll have a certain action and that reaction sets forth another set of other actions and reactions. And the main character, we actually started filming some of the shorts, some of the short scenes for the short film 2 weeks ago, and that's gonna spawn a music video. On top of that, it's gonna introduce you to a character that's unique and complex, and I don't think anybody's ever had this type of character on TV or in a movie before. And it's a the movie basically takes place in the DFW, so Dallas Fort Worth area. Uh, it's a female, African American female is the main character, and she is coming back from Afghanistan. She was a military member who supported special forces, and as she comes back, she's dealing with PTSD and different traumas, survivor's remorse, and things of that nature. There's a certain guilt, but she has a kind of a hero complex. And this story illustrates that. So if anybody who's been in the military, like myself, who's been in Afghanistan, like myself, or any other war zone, they probably can relate to this. And she's a detective now. After she's gotten out of the military, she becomes a detective, and her newest job as a detective is she has to solve these murders. And what happens with these murders is there was a bunch of murders in a short time. And in terms of her trying to solve these murders, what she realizes is a lot of this stuff that she's investigating seems kind of familiar and similar. And even to like her own mindset, like how she would do something. Uh, and then she would have these blackouts and different other things. And eventually, what ends up happening is she becomes the lead suspect in her own case. And the movie spirals from there. So, like I said, cause and effect and all these different things. Um, we want to also give you background on all kinds of different things, providing value. Like if you are a future filmmaker or you write scripts and things of that nature, we want to tell our story from the beginning to the end. We want to put you into uh, that experience of hey, this is what we're doing when we're filming. I'm learning stuff on the fly. I'm learning blocking. I'm learning color grading. I'm learning, stacking for fight scenes and the science to all these things. And what I realized is now when I look at a movie, I don't see it from the same viewpoint. I see it from a different set of eyes or a different lens because now I have to think like that. And I realized that the intention of everything in that movie, you know, um, it's very enlightening. I was looking at sometimes I have a story circle where it takes you through the different points of the story. And when you dig into that story in the story circle, you realize how psychological these projects are. I was looking at The Dark Knight and I'm like, wow, it's a great movie and it's so well written and the characters did their things and everything else like that. But what ends up happening is uh when you dig into it even deeper, you see how psychological it is, how intentional every single thing is. And you appreciate the artwork even more. So we want to take you behind the scenes as we're doing some of the projects. Uh, like everything from maybe casting calls to everything else. We want to take you behind the preparation. I didn't realize even when writing my script, the manuscript, and all that stuff, or screenplay rather, like when I was writing it, I didn't understand the technicalities. So there's a reason why that format is the way it is. So when you're writing that screenplay, it helps you organize stuff from that point on into the future. So it's not just a set of ideas and you're like, hey, this is this is that, and you just tell the story. That screenplay is almost like if you was a computer programmer and every command that you type in there, now the computer knows when it reads it what to do. Um, and that's the same way with the actors. It's the same way with the director looking at something, the director of photography, all that stuff. Now they understand, okay, I got to get this type of shot here. This type of shot is needed for this. Okay, this is the way we're going to approach this scene. This is where we're filming this scene. So now the people that's needed for that day know exactly what they need to do, where they need to be, what they need to be wearing, all that stuff. All that is conveyed in uh, the screenplay. Like you actually can gather up all that information from the screenplay. So we want to put you in the know of doing things. So in case you have that idea, that could be the next great idea. You actually have some sort of format to go off of and a blueprint to go off of to turn that dream into a reality. Um, a lot of things that I tell people is, be patient with the process. Like a lot of things, when you think about it, you think you can't do something because you either haven't seen it done on your level or you don't know what to do or who to interact with. A lot of times people fall in your place to help you. With that being said, I've been blessed with that myself, like people to help me, correct me, guide me. It's not a one person thing. Everyone always tells you, well, I did it by myself. You didn't do it by yourself. There's always somebody that's pushing, pulling, directing, pointing you here, giving you this information. Um, be always respectful of people's time. Um, and they should be respectful of yours too. So what ends up happening is you'll look at stuff and you don't think about it, but that person may be busy doing something else. So that's another thing with the screenplay. So once you get that information, you say, hey, we need to be here. Ooh, excuse me. We need to be here at such and such time. Now they know where to be, when to be there. But you, like I said again, you get that from the screenplay. If it's done correctly, when they put out the call sheet, you know which scene you're shooting, you know the actors and actresses that need to be there, the different, maybe the different type of people for the crew. So you got the cast and the crew, everything that needs to be done. So everyone's on the same, frequency and on the same page. So, like I said, we're gonna bring you into all that whole world, and hopefully, when everything's said and done, I'm gonna try to do like a little mini documentary where I get the behind the scenes footage. So not only do you get a chance to see it from the idea phase to the background of why we're doing this, when we're doing this, how we're doing this, and then you see the finished product. Now we can go back and package it in a way where it's almost like a tutorial. So, like I said, bear with us. Got a lot of cool and amazing things going on, and we just want to let people know that we're definitely here. So, like I said, once again, uh, you're gonna see a lot more of these type of videos, and even if I'm frustrated or whatever, I want you to understand and get that, because the whole thing is everything's not gonna go smooth. Everyone thinks like when you're doing something, someone's successful at something, it just took off and that was it. Most cases, it's not like that. Most cases, you got to grind and fight. So the thing is, if I'm showing you something, I want to show you uh, the actual and the factual. Like if let's say there was a couple weeks ago, I had a frustrating time because I was supposed to get some equipment. The equipment didn't come. Now all of a sudden it pushes everything else I had set back because I can't do it without the equipment. A week and a half later, ooh, my bad, super tired. But like I said, a week and a half later, what ends up happening is I turn around. Guess what? Now I got two of the same equipment, two things of the same equipment. So it's crazy how everything goes. So sometimes things work out in different ways, and it's not on your timing. And you have to be, respectful and cognizant of that. So, like I said, we want to take you behind the scenes. We want to provide some sort of value, um, and not just entertain people. We want to have people get something from it. I know there's a lot of people that suffer from PTSD, whether it's military, whether it's post traumatic stress disorder from, uh, past instances, family members, friends, whatever it is, Um, and this movie dives into that, and you see how they cope with things, how to be productive still, while you're suffering from these things and excel at whatever it is that you're trying to do. So like I said, once again, bear with us, stay tapped in. You can follow me at pride_egos, and that's EGOOS. Like I said, we'll see you soon. All right.
Look, I'm a trip, so I pay for the bag. Trips in the city, cute me and taking cab. I don't care how she act on gang, guarantee that she gonna make it clap. I put the beat in bands on and not paper, but my pagans mad. Right there, mashing, I would've been trapped in a band.
Transitioning from one war zone to another is difficult, especially when you're returning back to your hometown. Every day is like a Groundhog Day, repeating over and over and over. I was only able to keep track of the days by the meals served on specific days. Each mission just as dangerous as the last, never knowing if the person beside me would return back to camp. I was so naive, taking regular things for granted, such as going to lunch with friends. In a war zone, going to eat as a group isn't the best game plan. You must actually account for each person's skill set. The way if the mess hall gets blown up, you don't lose all the mission critical capabilities. Afghanistan takes a lot out of you mentally, just being over there. Now imagine, if your skill set is the reason why roughly hundreds of enemy combatants are no longer breathing due to your trigger finger. How does a person turn that off? Coming back home, it is difficult. The shade is still there. I still smell the burning flesh in the air along with gunpowder. The guilt I feel from a fellow teammate dying in front of me, it still haunts me. I just want the chance to redeem myself. And maybe this new life, I can right some wrongs while continuing my mission.
Heartbeat beating on my chest, waking up daily to the world and all the stress, trying to avoid the sins of the flesh. Dark cloud hanging over the city, hitters in the town are known to get busy, always down to ride and show no pity. Everybody's on the hunt, looking for a come up. Strippers dancing in the dark until the sun comes up.
So, you nervous about your first day on the job?
I done did multiple tours in Afghanistan. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
Everybody's on the hunt, looking for a come up. Strippers dancing in the dark until the sun comes up. People People play the numbers praying for dumb luck. This is just what goes down in my city. Place where all that's beautiful isn't sweet or pretty.
What up, Corpus Christi? It's your favorite cousin, Rosedale Rex, telling y'all about the dopest show that's coming on down there every weekend. Pride and Egos Presents, hosted by my big homeboy, Gary Neal Jr. Check him out. He got the best in entertainment, he got the best in fashion, he's got the best in film, he's got the best in music. So remember, on Fox 38, Corpus Christi, Texas, Pride and Egos Presents. Yeah!
The Pride and Egos line of athletic wear is a brand that tells a story about people representing individuality, diversity, equality. Everybody's got our own story. What's your story?
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There's nothing better than finding a great book, and you'll want to read the latest release from the Doc Bookshop, one of the largest African-American family-owned full-service bookstores in Texas and the Southwest. This well-stocked book lover's haven offers a regular lineup of in-store and virtual events which create opportunities for the works of authors and poets to be heard. Visit thedocbookshop.com to shop now, or stop in at 6637 Meadowbrook Drive, Fort Worth, Texas, or call 817-457-5700. That's 817-457-5700.
Now, you look at a city this time of the morning, and you wonder what it's like, who lives there. What made it take root and grow? I guess every town has a flavor all its own. But this one seems to have more than most. This town, perched on the edge of the prairie, where it can never lose sight of its past and can see the future forever. Fort Worth, Texas, the unexpected city.
Pride and Egos is the realest. Pride and egos is the realest. Pride and egos, it isn't just a brand, it's a walking and breathing mantra, a living triple entendre. We don't follow the trends, we invent and redefine genres. Pride and egos is the realest. Global, not local. Global, not local. Pride and egos is egos. Realest. Pride and egos. Pride and egos is the realest. Pride and egos is the realest. Pride and egos, it isn't just a brand, it's a walking and breathing mantra, a living triple entendre. We don't follow the trends, we invent and redefine genres. Pride and egos is the realest. Global, not local. Global, not local. Pride and egos is egos. Realest. Pride and egos. Pride and egos is the realest. Pride and egos is the realest. Pride and egos, it isn't just a brand, it's a walking and breathing mantra, a living triple entendre. We don't follow the trends, we invent and redefine genres. Pride and egos is the realest. Global, not local. Global, not local.